June 11, 2023. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. 4 main sections. These sections are: 1. Fundamental techniques in handling people. 2. 6 ways to make people like you. 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. 4. Be a leader, how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. Section 1. Fundamental techniques in handling people. 1. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. 2. The big secret of dealing with people. 3. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. 4. A simple way to make a good first impression. 5. If you don't do this, you are headed for trouble. Section 2. 6 ways to make people like you. 1. Do this and you'll be welcome anywhere. 2. A simple way to make a good impression. 3. If you don't do this, you are headed for trouble. 4. An easy way to become a good conversationalist. 5. How to interest people. 6. How to make people like you instantly. Section 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. 1. You can't win an argument. 2. A sure way of making enemies and how to avoid it. 3. If you're wrong, admit it. 4. A drop of honey. 5. The secret of Socrates. 6. The safety valve in handling complaints. 7. How to get cooperation. 8. A formula that will work wonders for you. 9. What everybody wants. Section 4. Be a leader, how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. 1. If you must find fault, this is the way to begin. 2. How to criticize it and not be hated for it. 3. Talk about your own mistakes first. 4. No one likes to take orders. 5. Let the other person save face. 6. How to spur people on to success. 7. Give a dog a good name. 8. Make the fault seem easy to correct. 9. Making people glad to do what you want. Section 1. Fundamental techniques in handling people. 1. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. The chapter If You Want to Gather Honey, Don't Kick Over the Beehive from How to Win Friends and Influence People emphasizes the importance of avoiding unnecessary conflicts and criticism. The key lesson from this chapter is that it's counterproductive to create hostility and provoke negative reactions in others if one desires positive outcomes in relationships and interactions. Dale Carnegie highlights the fact that people generally respond negatively to criticism and condemnation, even if someone's actions or behavior may be deserving of criticism. Openly attacking or berating them will likely lead to defensiveness and resistance rather than a positive change. Carnegie advises that instead of kicking over the beehive by confronting others in a confrontational or critical manner, it is more effective to approach situations with empathy and understanding. The chapter teaches the reader to adopt a more diplomatic and constructive approach when dealing with disagreements or areas of contention. Rather than focusing on faults and shortcomings, Carnegie encourages individuals to search for common ground, acknowledge the other person's viewpoint, and express their own opinions in a respectful manner. By avoiding harsh criticism and embracing a more empathetic stance, one can foster an atmosphere of cooperation and open communication. Furthermore, the chapter reminds us of the power of maintaining positive relationships. Carnegie emphasizes that it is often more important to maintain harmony and good rapport with others than to prove oneself right in every situation. By refraining from unnecessary conflicts, one can preserve relationships, build trust, and create an environment conducive to collaboration and mutual understanding. Overall, the lesson derived from this chapter is that by avoiding unnecessary conflict and approaching disagreements with empathy and respect, individuals can create a more positive and conducive environment for effective communication, relationship building, and ultimately achieving their desired outcomes. 1. Avoid unnecessary conflicts. Provoking conflicts and engaging in unnecessary criticism can create hostility and negative reactions from others, hindering positive outcomes. 2. People resist criticism. Openly attacking or berating others for their actions or behavior often leads to defensiveness and resistance rather than positive change. 3. Practice empathy and understanding. Instead of criticizing others, approach situations with empathy and understanding. Try to see things from their perspective and find common ground. 4. Diplomacy leads to better outcomes. Adopt a more diplomatic and constructive approach when dealing with disagreements. Express opinions respectfully and search for solutions that satisfy both parties. 5. Focus on maintaining positive relationships. Sometimes, it's more important to maintain harmony and good rapport with others than to prove oneself right in every situation. Preserving relationships and building trust can lead to better collaboration and understanding. 6. Foster an environment of cooperation. By avoiding unnecessary conflicts, you can create an atmosphere that encourages open communication, cooperation, and mutual understanding. 7. Choose your battles wisely. Not every disagreement needs to escalate into a conflict. Assess the importance of the issue at hand and consider whether it is worth risking the relationship. 8. Practice effective communication. Learn to express your thoughts and concerns in a respectful and non-confrontational manner. This helps to create a conducive environment for meaningful dialogue. Chapter 2. The Big Secret of Dealing with People. The chapter The Big Secret of Dealing with People from How to Win Friends and Influence People introduces a fundamental lesson in effective interpersonal communication. The key lesson of this chapter is that the most powerful way to influence and interact with others is by showing genuine interest and appreciation for them. Dale Carnegie emphasizes that people have a deep-seated desire to feel important and valued. Therefore, the big secret to dealing with people is to genuinely listen to them, acknowledge their thoughts and feelings, and make them feel significant. This approach forms the basis for building strong relationships, fostering trust, and gaining influence with others. The chapter teaches the reader to shift their focus from themselves and their own desires to the needs and perspectives of others. Carnegie suggests that by actively listening and showing a sincere interest in others' lives, we can establish meaningful connections and create a positive impact. By making others feel important and appreciated, we can elicit their cooperation and support. Furthermore, the chapter highlights the importance of giving genuine compliments and expressing honest appreciation. Carnegie emphasizes that flattery or insincere praise will likely be recognized as manipulation and can backfire. Instead, he encourages individuals to find specific qualities or actions in others that they genuinely admire and express their appreciation authentically. This approach fosters a positive atmosphere and reinforces desired behavior in others. Additionally, the chapter underscores the significance of remembering and using people's names. Carnegie explains that a person's name is the sweetest sound to them and using it effectively can make them feel valued and respected. Remembering and using names shows attention to detail and demonstrates a genuine interest in others. In summary, the lesson derived from the big secret of dealing with people is that by genuinely showing interest, appreciation, and respect for others, individuals can build strong relationships, gain influence, and create a positive impact. Active listening, sincere compliments, and remembering names are key strategies to make others feel important and valued. By implementing this approach, individuals can improve their interpersonal communication skills and foster positive connections in both personal and professional relationships. Here are the detailed key points from the chapter The Big Secret of Dealing with People. 1. Show genuine interest. The most effective way to deal with people is by showing genuine interest in them. This means actively listening to their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. 2. Make others feel important. People have a deep-seated desire to feel important and valued. By acknowledging their worth and making them feel significant, you can build strong relationships and gain influence. 3. Shift the focus to others. Instead of constantly thinking about your own desires and needs, shift your focus to understanding and meeting the needs of others. This selfless approach fosters connection and cooperation. 4. Listen actively. Actively listening involves giving your full attention, maintaining eye contact, and genuinely seeking to understand others. Avoid interrupting or formulating responses before they finish speaking. 5. Express sincere appreciation. Give genuine compliments and express honest appreciation for others. Find specific qualities or actions that you genuinely admire and express your appreciation authentically. 6. Avoid insincere flattery. Insincere flattery is often recognized as manipulation and can damage trust. Instead, focus on genuine admiration and appreciation. 7. Remember and use names. A person's name is the sweetest sound to them. Make an effort to remember and use people's names effectively. It demonstrates attention to detail and shows respect and interest. 8. Create a positive atmosphere. By showing interest, appreciation, and respect, you contribute to a positive atmosphere in your interactions. This encourages open communication, trust, and cooperation. 9. Build strong relationships. Genuine interest and appreciation form the foundation of strong relationships. By investing in meaningful connections, You can foster trust and mutual support. 10. Gain influence and cooperation. When people feel valued and important, they are more likely to cooperate and support your ideas. Building rapport and influence with others can be achieved through genuine interest in their well-being. By incorporating these key points into your interactions, you can improve your communication skills, strengthen relationships, and create a positive impact on the people around you. Remember that genuine interest, appreciation, and respect are powerful tools for dealing with others effectively. Chapter 3. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. The chapter titled He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way from How to Win Friends and Influence People delivers a powerful lesson on the significance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. The key lesson from this chapter is that by putting ourselves in others' shoes and considering their perspectives, we can build meaningful connections, foster cooperation, and avoid isolation. Dale Carnegie highlights the fact that people desire understanding and empathy. When we genuinely try to see things from their point of view and understand their motivations, we bridge the gap between us and them. This approach allows us to connect on a deeper level and create an atmosphere of mutual respect and cooperation. The chapter teaches the reader to break free from self-centered thinking and consider the needs, feelings, and desires of others. By doing so, we can develop a sense of compassion and understanding that enables us to communicate more effectively and build stronger relationships. Carnegie emphasizes that by adopting an empathetic mindset, we can avoid conflicts and misunderstandings that arise from a lack of understanding. When we make an effort to understand others, we become better equipped to find common ground, resolve differences, and navigate challenges together. Furthermore, the chapter explores the concept of active listening as a crucial component of empathy. By truly listening to others without judgment or interruption, we validate their experiences and emotions. This genuine listening demonstrates our commitment to understanding and establishes a foundation of trust and respect. The lesson derived from this chapter is that by cultivating empathy and understanding, we can improve our relationships and influence others positively. When we step into the shoes of others, we gain insight into their perspectives, challenges, and desires. This allows us to communicate more effectively, find common ground, and build harmonious connections. By embracing empathy, we can create an environment where people feel heard, valued, and understood. This paves the way for collaboration, cooperation, and ultimately, greater success in our personal and professional lives. In summary, the key lesson from He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way underscores the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions. By considering the perspectives of others, actively listening, and embracing their experiences, we can build stronger connections, foster cooperation, and avoid the isolating path of misunderstanding and loneliness. Here are the detailed key points from the chapter He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. 1. Practice empathy and understanding. Put yourself in the shoes of others and strive to understand their perspectives, needs, and desires. This helps to foster connection and build stronger relationships. 2. Bridge the gap between yourself and others. By genuinely trying to understand others, you create a sense of empathy that breaks down barriers and fosters cooperation. 3. Avoid isolation. Lack of understanding and empathy can lead to conflicts, misunderstandings, and feelings of isolation. Cultivating empathy helps to bridge the gap and create a sense of connection. 4. Break free from self-centered thinking. Shift the focus from yourself to others. Consider their thoughts, feelings, and experiences to develop a sense of compassion and understanding. 5. Find common ground. By understanding others' perspectives, you can identify shared interests and goals. This facilitates finding common ground and building collaborative relationships. 6. Resolve conflicts. Through understanding, empathy helps in resolving conflicts by allowing you to see the situation from the other person's point of view. This opens up possibilities for finding mutually beneficial solutions. 7. Practice active listening. Engage in active listening by giving your full attention, suspending judgment, and truly understanding what others are saying. Active listening shows respect and validates their experiences. 8. Cultivate an environment of understanding. By demonstrating empathy and understanding, you create an environment where people feel valued, heard, and understood. This fosters trust, respect, and open communication. 9. Enhance your influence. Understanding others and showing empathy increases your influence with them. When people feel understood, they are more likely to listen to your perspective and be receptive to your ideas. 10. Avoid loneliness and foster connection. Lack of empathy and understanding can lead to loneliness and isolation. By practicing empathy, you build meaningful connections and create a sense of belonging. By incorporating these key points into your interactions, you can develop stronger relationships, resolve conflicts more effectively, and foster a sense of connection and understanding with others. Empathy allows you to bridge gaps, enhance communication, and create a more harmonious and cooperative environment. Chapter 4: A Simple Way to Make a Good First Impression. The chapter A Simple Way to Make a Good First Impression from How to Win Friends and Influence People provides a valuable lesson on the importance of making a positive first impression. The key lesson from this chapter is that by showing genuine interest and focusing on others, we can create a favorable initial impression that paves the way for stronger relationships and better interactions. Dale Carnegie emphasizes that first impressions are formed quickly, often within seconds of meeting someone. These initial moments are critical in shaping how others perceive us and whether they feel positively inclined towards us. The chapter highlights a simple yet powerful technique: showing genuine interest in the other person. The lesson teaches the reader to shift the focus away from oneself and onto the person we are meeting. By demonstrating a sincere curiosity about their lives, experiences, and opinions, we create an atmosphere of warmth and rapport. This approach allows the other person to feel valued and appreciated, setting the stage for a positive connection. Carnegie introduces the concept of active listening as a key component of making a good first impression. Actively listening means giving our full attention, maintaining eye contact, and responding in a way that shows genuine interest. By doing so, we convey that the other person's thoughts and feelings are important to us, which builds trust and facilitates meaningful communication. Furthermore, the chapter emphasizes the significance of finding common ground. When meeting someone for the first time, identifying shared interests, experiences, or goals can create an immediate bond. By highlighting these commonalities, we establish a connection that contributes to a positive first impression. The lesson derived from this chapter is that by shifting our focus onto others, actively listening, and finding common ground, we can make a good first impression. By showing genuine interest and making the other person feel valued, we lay the foundation for stronger relationships and more productive interactions. It is important to note that making a good first impression is not about being manipulative or insincere. Rather, it is about genuinely caring for the other person and seeking to establish a positive connection. By adopting this approach, we set the stage for meaningful interactions and potential long-term relationships. In summary, the key lesson from A Simple Way to Make a Good First Impression emphasizes the importance of showing genuine interest, active listening, and finding common ground when meeting someone for the first time. By doing so, we create a positive initial impression that can lead to stronger relationships, improved communication, and successful interactions. Here are the detailed key points from the chapter A Simple Way to Make a Good First Impression. 1. Importance of first impressions. First impressions are formed quickly and play a crucial role in shaping how others perceive us. 2. Show genuine interest. Shift the focus from yourself to the person you are meeting. Show genuine curiosity about their lives, experiences, and opinions. 3. Active listening. Give your full attention and actively listen to the other person. Maintain eye contact, nod, and respond in a way that shows genuine interest. 4. Make the other person feel valued. Convey that the other person's thoughts and feelings are important to you. This creates an atmosphere of warmth and appreciation. 5. Find common ground. Identify shared interests, experiences, or goals to establish an immediate connection and bond. 6. Avoid self-centeredness. Instead of talking about yourself, ask questions and actively listen to the other person's responses. This demonstrates a genuine interest in them. 7. Be authentic. Be sincere in your interactions. Authenticity is key to building trust and fostering meaningful connections. 8. Practice empathy. Try to understand the other person's perspective and emotions. This helps in building rapport and demonstrating that you care. 9. Use the power of body language. Pay attention to your body language, such as maintaining an open posture, smiling, and using appropriate gestures. This conveys friendliness and approachability. 10. Be respectful and considerate. Show respect for the other person's time, opinions, and boundaries. Be mindful of cultural differences and adapt your behavior accordingly. 11. Be positive and enthusiastic. Maintain a positive attitude and exude enthusiasm in your interactions. This helps create a positive and memorable first impression. By incorporating these key points into your approach when meeting someone for the first time, you can make a positive and lasting impression. Genuine interest, active listening, finding common ground, and being authentic are essential in building rapport and establishing meaningful connections. Remember to be respectful, considerate, positive, and enthusiastic, as these qualities contribute to a favorable first impression. Chapter 5. If you don't do this, you are headed for trouble. The chapter If You Don't Do This, You Are Headed for Trouble from How to Win Friends and Influence People imparts an important lesson on the importance of admitting our mistakes and taking responsibility for them. The key lesson from this chapter is that by acknowledging our errors and promptly rectifying them, we can salvage relationships, preserve trust, and avoid further complications. Dale Carnegie emphasizes that everyone makes mistakes, but what sets individuals apart is how they handle those mistakes. The lesson teaches the reader that attempting to cover up or shift blame for our errors only exacerbates the problem and damages our credibility. Instead, the chapter highlights the power of taking ownership and swiftly addressing any issues that arise. The chapter underscores the significance of acknowledging mistakes openly and honestly. Admitting our faults demonstrates humility, integrity, and a genuine concern for the well-being of others. By doing so, we show respect for the affected individuals and work towards resolving the situation in a constructive manner. Carnegie also emphasizes the importance of rectifying mistakes promptly. Taking immediate action to correct the error, offering apologies, and finding solutions showcases a proactive and responsible approach. It helps in rebuilding trust and demonstrates our commitment to righting the wrong. Furthermore, the chapter advises against making excuses or shifting blame onto others. Accepting full responsibility for our actions shows maturity and accountability. It enables us to learn from our mistakes and avoid repeating them in the future. The lesson derived from this chapter is that by admitting our mistakes, taking responsibility, and promptly rectifying them, we can salvage relationships and avoid further trouble. Honesty, humility, and accountability are vital in preserving trust and fostering positive interactions with others. It is important to remember that admitting mistakes does not diminish our worth or capabilities. Rather, it showcases our willingness to learn, grow, and improve. By adopting this mindset, we can turn mistakes into opportunities for personal and professional development. In summary, the key lesson from If You Don't Do This, You Are Headed for Trouble emphasizes the importance of admitting mistakes, taking responsibility, and promptly rectifying them. By demonstrating humility, integrity, and accountability, we can preserve trust, salvage relationships, and avoid further complications. Embracing the lessons from our mistakes helps us grow and become better individuals. Here are the detailed key points from the chapter If You Don't Do This, You Are Headed for Trouble. 1. Everyone makes mistakes. Acknowledge that making mistakes is a natural part of being human. It is how we handle them that determines the outcome. 2. Take ownership of your mistakes. Avoid the tendency to cover up or shift blame for your errors. Instead, accept responsibility for your actions and their consequences. 3. Admit mistakes openly and honestly. Show humility and integrity by openly acknowledging your mistakes. This demonstrates your willingness to be accountable for your actions. 4. Preserve trust. By admitting your mistakes, you demonstrate respect for the affected individuals and the importance of trust in your relationships. It helps prevent further damage to trust. 5. Rectify mistakes promptly. Take swift action to rectify the situation and make amends. This proactive approach shows your commitment to resolving the issue and making things right. 6. Offer sincere apologies. Apologize genuinely and sincerely to those affected by your mistakes. Express remorse and empathy for any harm caused. 7. Avoid making excuses. Resist the temptation to make excuses or shift blame onto others. Accept full responsibility for your actions and their consequences. 8. Learn from your mistakes. Treat mistakes as opportunities for growth and learning. Reflect on what went wrong, identify lessons to be learned, and take steps to avoid repeating similar errors in the future. 9. Demonstrate accountability. Show a strong sense of accountability by actively seeking solutions and taking corrective actions. Be proactive in addressing any negative impacts caused by your mistakes. 10. Maintain a growth mindset. Embrace the idea that mistakes are not a reflection of your worth or capabilities but opportunities for personal and professional development. Cultivate a mindset that values continuous learning and improvement. By embracing these key points and adopting a mindset of accountability and growth, you can navigate mistakes more effectively. Admitting mistakes, taking responsibility, and rectifying them promptly contribute to maintaining trust, fostering stronger relationships, and avoiding further trouble. Remember that mistakes can be valuable learning experiences that help you grow and become a better version of yourself. Section 2, 6 Ways to Make People Like You. Chapter 1, Do This and You'll Be Welcome Anywhere. The chapter titled Do This and You'll Be Welcome Anywhere from How to Win Friends and Influence People imparts a valuable lesson on the importance of displaying genuine interest and respect towards others. The key lesson from this chapter is that by treating others with kindness, attentiveness, and respect, we can create an inviting and welcoming presence that fosters positive relationships and opens doors to various opportunities. Dale Carnegie emphasizes that people crave genuine connections and appreciate individuals who make them feel important and valued. The lesson teaches the reader to cultivate a mindset of empathy and consideration for others, which can significantly influence how we are perceived and accepted in social and professional settings. The chapter highlights the importance of listening actively and attentively to others. By showing a genuine interest in their thoughts, experiences, and emotions, we create an environment where people feel heard, understood, and appreciated. This not only strengthens our connections but also allows us to gain insights and knowledge from others. Furthermore, Carnegie emphasizes the significance of remembering and using people's names. Addressing others by their names demonstrates respect and acknowledges their individuality. It shows that we value them as individuals and enhances our ability to connect with them on a deeper level. The lesson derived from this chapter is that by treating others with kindness, respect, and genuine interest, we can be welcomed anywhere. Being genuinely interested in others, actively listening, and using their names create a positive and inviting impression. It helps to build trust, fosters stronger connections, and create a sense of belonging. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of having a positive attitude, being considerate, and showing appreciation for others. By displaying a positive demeanor, demonstrating genuine care, and expressing gratitude, we create an atmosphere of warmth and acceptance that attracts people to us. In summary, the key lesson from Do This and You'll Be Welcome Anywhere underscores the importance of treating others with kindness, respect, and genuine interest. By actively listening, using people's names, and demonstrating a positive and appreciative attitude, we can create a welcoming presence that fosters positive relationships and opens doors to various opportunities. By valuing and respecting others, we enhance our social and professional interactions, and become individuals who are genuinely welcomed and embraced wherever we go. Do this and you'll be welcome anywhere. 1. Genuine interest in others. Show a sincere interest in other people by actively listening to them and seeking to understand their thoughts, experiences, and emotions. 2. Active listening. Give your full attention to the person you are interacting with. Listen attentively and demonstrate that you value their perspective. 3. Use people's names. Address others by their names, as it demonstrates respect, acknowledges their individuality, and helps to create a personal connection. 4. Remember details about others. Pay attention to the details shared by others and remember them. This shows that you genuinely care and value their presence. 5. Cultivate a positive attitude. Maintain a positive demeanor and approach interactions with optimism. A positive attitude is contagious and helps create a welcoming environment. 6. Show appreciation and gratitude. Express gratitude and appreciation for others. Acknowledge their contributions, efforts, and presence in your life. 7. Treat others with kindness and respect. Display kindness and respect in all interactions. Treat others as you would like to be treated, with empathy and consideration. 8. Create a sense of belonging. Make others feel included and valued by creating an atmosphere of acceptance and belonging.